Today I am going to teach plus 1 accountancy lesson 3 books of primate. Books of primate. In that already we have seen two topics, that is what are the source documents and what are the approaches. There are two approaches, one is accounting equation approach and another one is traditional approach. Based on the accounting equation approach, I teached you two sums. One is the basic formula for accounting equation is assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Here the asset is equal to capital plus liabilities. Based on that, I have teached two types of sums, that is called, one is missing figure. Out of the three items, they will give two items, one is missing figure. Suppose they will give assets and capital, we want to find out the liabilities, or they will give capital and liabilities, we want to find out assets. Okay, like that. Any one of the among the three, any one of the item they will not give. So you have to find out the missing figure based on this formula. Like that, based on the same formula, one 5 mark sum is there, that is show accounting equation. They will give some transactions. Based on the transactions, we have to prove this equation. Based on the given transaction, we have to prove this equation. See, in this equation there are two types of sums. One is out of three items they will give two items, one item we have to find out, and another type is we have to prove this accounting equation, that is asset should be equal to capital plus liabilities. This equation should be proved based on the given some transactions. So that type of sums only I am going to teach you now. Already I have taught you one sum, so now I will teach you some more sums based on this accounting equation. Let us see. In textbook, question number illustration 3, page number 37. Illustration 3, page number 37, I am going to teach you now. Listen very carefully. This is very important sum. Definitely will come in 5 marks. Okay, sometimes they will ask in 3 marks sum, sometimes they will ask in 5 marks sum. I will read the sum first. Let us explain how to do this sum. Selvi is a dealer in furniture. That is, Selvi is a proprietor. He is dealing in furniture business. Show the accounting equation for the following transaction. They have given that Selvi have given some transactions. In the transactions, we have to prove this equation. This is the method of sum. Okay, they have given some transactions. Based on the transactions, we have to prove, we have to show that this equation is correct. Okay, yes. Now I will read one by one the transaction. Please read listen carefully. Page number 37, illustration 3. Okay. Illustration 3, page number 37. Listen students. First, what we have to do means we have to read one by one transaction. In the transactions we have to check what are the items and what are the assets and what are the liabilities available in this equation. Actually this equation is what? Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. No. So first we have to check in each and every transactions what are the assets are given, what are the liabilities are given. What are the assets are given, what are the liabilities are given. Okay, now let us check one by one. Please keep your pencil. Okay, please note it down. First, in first transaction, what are the assets and what are the liabilities are available. Started business with cash. Started business with cash. I already told you, when we starting the business, we are contributing the capital to improve the business, to develop the business. We are providing some capital, we are contributing some capital. So started business is nothing but capital. Started business with cash means that we are contributing the cash. No, the cash is called what? Capital. Okay, started business, always started business means capital is there. So one item is capital and another item is cash, because the capital is contributed in the form of cash only. So in the first transaction, what are the details are available? One is capital, that is liability, and another one is what? Cash. So cash is asset, capital is liabilities. Please note it down. In the first transaction, these two items are available. One is cash and another one is what? That is capital. Okay, yes. Come to the second equation, second transaction. Deposited cash into bank. That is, when we starting the business, we must open one bank account. No. So for that we have to deposit some amount as cash in the bank. So your cash, your business cash is deposited into bank or paid into bank. Both are same. Sometimes they will given the sum cash paid into bank. Sometimes they will given the sum paid into bank. Sometimes they will given the sum deposited, cash deposited into bank. All the three are the same meaning only. Cash deposited into bank, cash paid into bank. Okay, cash paid into bank, cash deposited into bank, both are same only. Okay, here deposited into bank, the cash is deposited into bank. Okay, so it clearly shows cash one item is there, bank one item is there. Cash in hand, that is your cash. How much of cash you are having in your hand, that is cash in hand, that is asset. That cash you are depositing into your bank, so that is also asset. So cash in hand is also asset, cash at bank is also asset. So here two assets are there. One is cash and another one is bank. Please note it down in pencil. Within this transaction, please note it down, cash comma bank, because here two assets are there. Next, borrowed loan from bank. You are borrowing loan from the bank. Okay, so borrowing loan, that is loan. Loan is what? Liability, because you have to repay. No, when you borrowing some money from the others, outsiders for your business, you must refund, you must return them. Okay, so borrowing loan or loan borrowed or loan, only loan is called liability. Here loan is liability. You are borrowing the loan from the bank only. So bank is one item, bank is asset and loan is liability. So here two items are there. One is bank and another one is what? Loan. Okay, one is bank and another one is, okay, yes, next. Bought goods and paid by check. Bought goods is nothing but stock. You are purchasing your goods for your business. That is, purchase of goods is nothing but stock for your business. Okay, so stock. So bought goods is nothing but stock. You are buying some goods and paid by check. For that you are paying the money in terms of check, that is bank. So any items will, I already told you, bank means many items will come. One is bank, then debit card, credit card, ECS, okay, NEFT, RTGS, whatever the items related to banks are coming, that you treated as bank only. So bank transaction. Here bank is, check is what? Bank. So we have to deposit our check into the bank only. So check is bank, and bought goods is nothing but stock. So here two items are there. One is stock and another one is what? Check. That check is called bank. Okay. So two items are there. One is what? Stock. Stock is asset, and another one is what? Bank. Okay. Next, cash withdrawn for personal use. I already told you, any items you are taking for expenses or for personal use, any amount you are taking from the business for your personal use, that is called drawings. for office use also, for example, paying electricity charges, paying rent, paying advertisement charges, all are expenses only. Any amount taken from the business for office use or your personal use. So the effect should give in the capital account. Okay, so now you are taking some amount, that is you are withdrawing some amount. So it means you are withdrawing some amount means you are taking some amount from the business cash only. So definitely cash will be reduced. Okay, simultaneously your capital will also reduce. I already told you any expenses of the business drawings should be deducted from the capital only. Simultaneously, if you are taking the amount from the cash means cash will be reduced. Suppose you are taking the amount from the bank means bank will be reduced. But here cash only, because he has mentioned clearly cash withdrawn. Cash is taking from the business for your personal use. So here two items will come. One is cash and another one is capital. Then last one, cash withdrawn from bank for office use. You are taking some amount from the bank for office use. Okay, so it means here cash is also there, bank is also there. Okay, so based on, so note it down all the items whatever I teached you each in front of the particular transaction. Okay, now based on these transactions only we are going to prepare the accounting equation. Now first let us check what are the assets in, so far we have studied, that is in this totally 6 transactions they have given. No, out of the 6 transactions what are the assets are available? One is cash, another one is bank, another one is stock. Okay, cash is asset, bank is asset and stock is asset. Okay, now what are the liabilities are there here? One is capital, capital is liability, and another one is loan from bank. Loan from bank is also liabilities. Okay, yes. Now first we have to put the heading. From whose book you are preparing? In the books of Selvi. Okay, in the heading you have to put in the books of Selvi. In the books of Selvi. Okay, below that you have to mention accounting equation. Accounting equation. So you can do this sum, that is in accountancy notebook is straight, means what you have to do means this, suppose the page is not sufficient for making all the columns for the sum, means you can do your accountancy notebook keep like this and put starting from here. Okay, usually we will do the accountancy notebook like this one, you know. So suppose you have to make many column, means if it is not sufficient means what we have to do, you can keep your notebook like this and do the sums and put the heading, that is in the books of Selvi, accounting equation, make the columns and do the sums. Okay, so you can do in both the way, either do in the straight way or do in this like this way. Okay, yes. First what we have to do means, here the accounting equation means based on the accounting equation only we have to provide the columns. First is what? Transaction. So the first column is called transaction. First column is called transaction. Keep one straight line. Second column is called assets. Okay, in this assets only we have to provide how many assets available the given transaction. There are 3 assets are available. One is cash, another one is bank, and another one is what? Third one is what? Stock. So we have to mention one by one below this. Cash, second one is bank, third one is stock. Okay, after making 3 columns we have to put equal to, assets is equal to what? Capital. Okay, you must put here capital plus liabilities. In this sum liabilities is what? Bank loan only is the liability. You just put bank loan. Okay, assets is equal to capital plus bank loan. Okay, so keep one column here and put one column separately like this. So this is the way you have to provide the columns. First you have to put D in the books of whose account you are preparing. Second one is accounting equation. These all are the headings should be centered. The first is what? Transaction column. Second one is assets. In that assets you have to provide the columns depends upon the assets available in the particular sum. Suppose 4 assets are available means you have to make 4 columns. Here 3 assets only are available, so 3 columns you have to provide. Assets is equal to capital. Capital is available plus creditors. In this creditors in this sum only what? That is liability is only bank loan. Capital plus liabilities. Here liabilities is only bank loan only. We have to give back the loan what we borrow. Okay. Now what is the first transaction? What is the first transaction? The first transaction is started business with cash. Started business with cash. Started business with cash. Okay, it means what is the value of capital? 1 lakh rupees he contributed. So this fellow, this Selvi contributing capital rupees 1 lakh, that is started business with cash. So you have to put that 1 lakh in 2 sides. One is under the capital and another one is cash, because this capital deposited in the form of, that is contributed in the form of cash only. So in the column you put in capital 1 lakh. Likewise cash is also 1 lakh. You contributed capital 1 lakh. Okay, started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. The same you contributed in the form of cash only. Okay, it is clearly mentioned started business with cash. The started business is nothing but capital. That capital contributed in the form of cash. That's what in 2 places it will come. Usually in all each and every transaction will have to mention in 2 places according to the transaction. Sometimes 3 places also will come. Now the first is over. So what we have to do? We just put one underline and just total it. Here only 1 lakh is there, so 1 lakh will come again. Here nothing is there, you put just dash. Here nothing is there. Here say 1 lakh is available. Here nothing is there. After that, you have to write the second transaction. What is the second transaction? Deposited cash into bank. That you have to write here. Deposited cash into bank. How much? Rupees 60,000. So you are having rupees 1 lakh cash. From the 1 lakh cash, you are depositing some 60,000 into the bank. It means you are taking that 60,000 from cash and again deposited into bank. It means, so cash will be reduced to 60,000. Bank will be added 60,000. Understood or not? You are depositing some cash into the bank. You are going to open one new bank account. In this new bank account, you are depositing rupees 60,000. This 60,000 taken from where? Cash only, no. So you are having cash 1 lakh rupees. From cash 1 lakh rupees, you must deduct 60,000. So you are taking 60,000 means you have to deduct the 60,000. You are depositing into the bank. So in bank plus cash will be minus. Understood or not? Now, after entering the transaction, you just put one big line. Now you total the second transaction only. Just leave the first transaction, second transaction. 1 lakh minus 60,000 is equal to 40,000. Now you are having cash in hand only 40,000. In bank balance you are having 60,000. Stock is nothing. Here capital is 1 lakh. See, you have to check, you have to see only second transaction only. Don't see the first transaction. First transaction is over. Okay, here. Now, what is the third transaction? Borrowed loan from bank. Third transaction is borrowed loan from bank. How much borrow loan from bank? Rupees 25,000. So what we have to do? This 25,000 you are borrowing from the bank. Okay. So borrowing from the bank means from bank. Listen here. You are getting the loan from bank. You are getting loan from the bank. So loan from the bank you will get 25,000. You are borrowing the loan means you are getting the loan from bank rupees 25,000. This bank loan they will not give in your hand. So this bank loan will directly come to your bank account. So you are getting the loan from the bank, that is 25,000. That bank account directly added with the bank. Okay, so they will not give, that is the bank. If you are borrowing the loan means they will sanction only. They will sanction bank loan rupees 25,000, but they will not give directly to your hand. So it will be deposited directly to your bank account. So what you have to do? This 25,000 will be added here plus 25,000. Understood or not? You are borrowing the loan means that loan amount directly come to your bank only. Okay, now close this transaction. 40,000. 60 plus 25, 85,000. Here nothing. Here 1 lakh rupees. Here 25,000 rupees. Whenever one transaction is completed, you can check whether your accounting equation are correct or not. Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. What is asset total? 40 plus 85,000, 1 lakh 25,000. Come to the liability side, 1 lakh plus 25,000, 1 lakh 25,000. So definitely each and every transaction you have to check whether your accounting equation are correct or not. Accounting equation is assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Assets amount is 40 plus 85, 1 lakh 25. That is equal to 1 lakh 25. So both are equal. Now come to the fourth transaction. What is the fourth transaction? The fourth transaction is bought goods and paid by check. Bought goods by check. It means you are borrowing the goods, you are buying the goods by giving either cash or check. Now you are buying the stock. Goods means purchase of goods means what? Stock you are buying for your business. So stock will be added. For that you have to pay some amount. No, that amount either from the cash or from the bank. So here they have mentioned clearly check. Check means you have to taken the amount from the bank only. Check means okay. So how much of amount you are paying for buying the goods? 10,000 rupees. So what you have to do is that you have to take 10,000 rupees from the bank, because check only you are giving. No, check giving means your bank balance will be reduced. So stock will be added 10,000. You are buying the goods stock 10,000 plus that 10,000 for you have to pay money. No, that money you are taken from the bank. That is through check. Now close the transaction. 40,000. 85 minus 10, 75,000. 10,000. Here 1 lakh. Here 25,000. Now you can check. 40 plus 75, 115. 115 plus 10, 125. 1 lakh plus 25, 125. So our transactions are correct. Now so two more transactions are there. What are the transactions? Cash withdrawn for personal use. Cash withdrawn for personal use. See? Fifth transaction is cash withdrawn for personal use. How much you are taking for your personal use? That is rupees 5,000 rupees 5,000. So I already told you, any amount you are taking from the business for office use or for personal use, that is for expenses. You are taking some amount, you are paying some amount for expenses. For example, advertisement, rent, salary, electricity charges, you are paying as cash means these all are called expenses. Or suppose you are taking some amount for your personal use, that is drawings. So any amount you are taking for the business purpose or personal purpose, so the effect you should give in the capital only. Automatically your capital will be reduced. Likewise, you are paying as cash means that expenses or drawings taking as cash means simultaneously your cash will be reduced. Suppose bank means your bank balance will be reduced. But here what they have told, cash withdrawn. So definitely cash will be you are taking. So cash will be reduced. For personal use, so definitely capital. Personal use means drawings. So drawings or any expenses that they are giving means, so definitely your capital will be reduced simultaneously. Okay, so here cash will be reduced, capital will be reduced. How much rupees? 5,000. So minus 5,000. Same minus 5,000 in capital also. So the net effect is what? 40,000 minus 5,000, 35,000. Here 75,000. Here 10,000. Here 195,000. Because from 1 lakh minus 5,000 you get 95,000. Here 25,000. Understood? Understood? So listen students very carefully. So each and every transactions you please check. Your accounting equation are correct or not. What is your accounting equation? Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. What are the assets available here? Cash, bank, stock. Add all these items. 75 plus 35, 1,10,000. Okay, 1,10,000 plus 10, 1,20,000. 75 plus 35. 70 plus 30, 1,00,000. 1,10,000 plus 10, 1,20,000. See here also. 90 plus 20, 1,10,000. 5,000, 5,000, 10,000. So 1,20,000. The last transaction. What is the last transaction? Cash withdrawn from bank. Cash withdrawn from bank. Cash withdrawn from bank. How much? For office use. Okay, that is for office use you are taking some amount from the bank. What will happen? Your capital will be cash withdrawn from bank means your bank will be reduced, your cash will be increased. Listen, you are taking some amount from the bank, so bank will be reduced. That cash will be added. Okay, understood or not? For example, in your bank 5 lakhs rupees is there. So you want for office use 1 lakh rupees. You are going to bank, you are withdrawing rupees 1 lakh rupees. Now this 1 lakh rupees, it is in my hand as cash only. So what will happen? So my cash balance will be increased. Okay, so cash will be increased, bank will be decreased. How much? What is the value? Rupees 3,000. So plus 3,000 in cash minus 3,000 in bank. Understood or not? Because you are taking the amount from the bank, so the bank will be reduced. That amount will be added with the cash, because you are the cash will be coming in your hand after taking from the bank. Okay. Now let us close the last transaction also. Okay, last transaction. What is the total? 35,000 plus 3,000, 38,000. Here 72,000. Here 10,000. Here 95,000 and 25,000. Okay. See, now let Let us check our equation, whether our accounting equation are correct or not. Last line input equation. This equation should be tallying as per our accounting equation. What is our accounting equation? Assets. Actually, this question is what? We have to prove this equation whether it is correct or not. What is the accounting equation? Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. What are the assets available here? Cash, bank, stock. Add all cash. Cash is 38,000. Bank is 72,000. Stock is 10,000. All the three assets we add 38 plus 72, 1,10,000 plus 10,000, 1,20,000. In liability side, capital is 95,000. Bank loan is 25,000. 95 plus 25. How much? 1,20,000. So our account is correct. Our accounting equation is correct only. So now we have proved our accounting equation is correct. So for this you will get 5 marks. Okay. Sometimes the transaction is here, the 6 transactions are given. No. Sometimes they will give 3 or 4 transactions, means it will come in 3 marks. Okay. So this is purely 5 marks sum. Please note it down. Very important sum. Definitely will come in public examination in 5 marks or 3 marks. Okay. Please note it down, this sum. Okay. Based on the same formula, I will teach you one more sum. Okay, that is illustration 4. Okay, now I will rub this sum. Please note it down. The next sum is illustration 4 based on the same accounting equation. Listen carefully. I will read the next sum. What is the next sum? Illustration 4. Take page number 38. Okay. Illustration 4. Page number 38. Listen. I will read the sum now. Listen students, the question is illustration 4, page number 38. I will read the transaction. Show the effect of the following business transactions on the accounting equation. They have given some transactions. Based on these transactions, we have to prove that accounting equation. What is the accounting equation? Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Okay, I will read the first transaction. Please note it down. What are the assets, what are the liabilities available in the each and every transaction. Anbu started business with cash, rupees 20,000. Goods, rupees 12,000. Machine, rupees 8,000. See, usually the businessman starting the business with the cash only. That is capital. Whatever the amount he is contributing at the first time, at the beginning of the business, so that amount is called what? Capital. No. Here, he is contributing capital also and some goods also and some machines also. How sir? How it is possible? It means maybe he is having the old machines, or he is, suppose he is maintaining another business. In that business he is having a lot of machines and some goods are available. So that can be used in this new business as capital only. Okay. See, capital not only in the form of cash. You can use your old good. That is, you are having, suppose you are having textile business. One old textile business. Okay, now you close that textile business, you are opening the new textile business, means in the textile business whatever the stock is available, that can be used here as capital only, but in the name of stock. Okay, you can use that previous business stock also here, but it is in the name of capital. Okay, whatever the amount you are depositing at the first, that is also capital. Goods, that is also capital. Machine, that is also capital at first. Then after that you are, whatever you are buying, that is comes under, okay, assets like that. So this is purely assets only, but it is in the form of capital. Cash is first time you are contributing capital, and you are using some goods and you are using some machines. So all are capital only. So in first transactions 4 items are there. One is capital, another one is what? Cash, another one is stock, that is goods is stock, and machine. 4 items are available. Okay, I already told you each and every transactions may consist minimum 2, maximum more than 2. Okay, here 4 items are available, 3 assets are available. Cash is asset, stock, that is goods is asset, and machine is asset, capital. These 3 combinedly called capital. Okay, because at the beginning he is starting with the business, these 3 items only. Now, second one is what? Purchased goods from Raman on credit. You are buying the goods, that is stock. Again, you are buying for your business stock from Ramani on credit. It means what? Credit purchase. So here Ramani is called creditor, liability, because you are buying some goods from Ramani for credit. You are not paying the money. You have to pay the money. So till you pay that money to him, he is called creditor. That is liability. You have to give back the money. So here 2 items are available. One is stock and another one is what? Creditor. Okay. Yes. Third item is payment made to Ramani in full settlement. See, you have purchased goods rupees 7,000, but you are paying only to Ramani 6,900. What is that 100 rupees? That 100 rupees is discount received by you from the Ramani. Actually, you have to pay 7,000 rupees only, but you are paying 6,900. It means 100 rupees is giving as discount. So you are receiving the discount from Ramani. Okay. Yes. So here creditor one item and payment made means cash. Payment made is nothing but cash. Okay, and one more item is what? 100 rupees is called what? That 100 rupees is called discount. Okay, so any discount, any incomes will come in the business, means definitely it will be added with the capital. Any expenses will be made, means that expenses will be deducted from the capital. Okay, yes. Now third transactions, payment made to Ramani over. Stock of goods to sold goods to Rajan on credit. Again you are selling some goods to Rajan. Okay, cost of goods is 5,400 and you are selling for 6,000 rupees. See, you are taking some goods from the stock 5,400 only, but you are selling for 6,000. So 600 rupees you are getting profit. So profit will be added with the capital. Next, received from Rajan. Then you sold some goods to Rajan for 6,000. Now you are get back the money from the Rajan, but only 5,800 in full settlement. It means you are giving discount to your debtor. Old Ramani is giving you the discount, means that is discount received. It will be added, discount received will be added in the capital. Now you sold some goods to Rajan for rupees 6,000, but he is giving you only 5,800. It means you are giving 200 rupees to him as discount. That is called discount allowed. Discount allowed is expenses. So expenses also will be deducted from the capital. Incomes will be added in the capital. Okay, now wages outstanding. Wages outstanding means we have to pay the wages. Wages outstanding means you are not yet paid the wages. Wages outstanding is also what? Liability. Any payment outstanding is still not given, means that is called liability. Okay, yes. Now based on these transactions we have to prepare the accounting equation. Listen carefully. The first item is what? In the books of who is the party? There is no any name has given, so don't want to put any name. You just put accounting equation. Straight away you can put accounting equation. Accounting equation. Okay. So first you have to put transaction. For this one column. The another column, what are the assets available in this sum? Cash, bank, stock, machine, and you are selling some goods to Rajan for credit. That Rajan is called what? Debtors. Debtors means you have to pay your sales amount. So till he pay the amount for we sold the goods, he is called debtor. Debtor is also asset. Creditor is liability. You purchase the goods from outsiders means that is liability. You are selling some goods for credit means the person who received that goods is called debtor. So Rajan is debtor. So cash is asset, stock is asset, machine is asset, debtor is asset. 4 assets are available here. Liabilities only 2. One is capital and another one is creditor. Okay, and outstanding wages. 3 items are liabilities, 4 items are assets. Okay, yes. Under assets, the first item is called cash. Second item is called stock. Third item is called machinery. Third item is called machinery. And fourth item, machinery. Fourth item, debtor. This should be equal to, actually before that you have to mention here assets. These all are called assets. Is equal to capital, one column, creditor, another column, outstanding wages is the last column. Listen here. Here the assets totally 4: cash, stock, machinery, debtor. Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Here liabilities 2 items. One is creditor and another one is outstanding wages. Outstanding wages. Now you put the underline. Okay, you put the underline. What we have to do? Now we have to combine all the transaction. What is the first transaction? What is the first transaction? Starting business. Started business. Started business with what? What are the details he contributed at first? That is, cash is 20,000, goods is 12,000, machine is 8,000. Cash is 20,000. Goods means nothing but stock. Stock is 12,000 and the machine is 8,000 rupees. Now you add all these items 20 plus 12, 32 plus 8, 40,000. These 3 are started with business. So these 3 are called capital. 20 plus 12, 32 plus 8, 40,000 we put as capital. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to close this transaction. Now add, here only 20,000 is there, here 12,000, here 8,000, here nothing, here 40,000, here nothing, here nothing. Now come to the second transaction. What is the second transaction? That is purchased goods from Raman. Second transaction is purchased goods from Raman. So here you purchase the goods from Raman for credit. So credit means creditors. You have to give back your money, okay, after some time. So till then, you are Mr. Ramani is the creditor. Okay, so you have to give back the money to creditor. How much of goods you purchased? The goods purchased for rupees 7,000. Rupees 7,000. So goods will be added. Goods is nothing but stock. Stock will be added, and this 7,000 you have to pay to creditor Ramani. You have to pay creditor Ramani. You purchased goods for 7,000 on credit means, so creditor is 7,000. Close this. 20,000, 19,000, 8,000, nil, 40,000 and 7,000. Okay. Now come to the third transaction. Payment made to Ramani in full settlement 6,900. Payment made means nothing but cash you are paying to Ramani. See, payment made to Ramani. How much you are paying? At actually you have to pay 7,000, but you are settling only 6,900. Okay, so listen here. You are paying cash only 6,900 means, so the cash will be reduced by 6,900. Okay, 6,900. So, but actually you have to pay credit up to how much? 7,000 only. Okay, listen carefully. You have to pay creditor 7,000, but he is also accepting. Full settlement means he is accepting for 7,000, but you are paying only 6,900. Okay, see. So minus 7,000. 7,000 you have to pay, but you are paying only 6,900. But in creditor you have to put 7,000 only, because the full settlement means full amount. Okay, what is the balance amount actually we are receiving from him? That is 100 rupees is called discount received. Discount received is an income. Income should come in the capital. So you have to add rupees 100. See, minus 7,000 plus 100 minus 6,900. So here also minus 6,900. Okay, actually you have to pay creditor 7,000 rupees. But 100 rupees is giving discount. So that discount is income. Income is added with the capital. You are taking 6,900 only from cash. So you have to take only 6,900 because you are paying only 6,900. Here also same 6,900 is coming. Actually creditor you have to pay 7,000. You have to show 7,000 minus, that is the balance 100 rupees will come in the capital. That is profit. Discount received is an income. So 20,000 minus 6,900. So 13,100, 19,000, 8,000, nil, 40,100. Here 60, here nil. 7,000 minus 7,000 nil. What is the fourth transaction? Sold goods for Rajan. Fourth transaction is sold goods to Rajan. That is, Rajan is debtor because you are selling the goods for credit only. So Rajan is debtor. Okay, how much of goods you are selling to Rajan? For 6,000 rupees. So you are selling the goods to Rajan 6,000 rupees. Okay, but actual stock you are taking from the stock is 5,400. So in stock you have to deduct rupees 5,400. Listen carefully. You are selling the goods to Rajan for 6,000, but you are taking the goods only 5,400. 5,000 value of goods, 400 value of goods, selling to Rajan for 6,000 rupees. Then how much profit you are making? 6,000 minus 4,400 rupees, 600. That 600 will be added with the capital. I already told you any income, any profit will be added with the capital. Any expenses, any loss will be deducted from the capital. Now let us close this transaction. So 13,100 here 600 8 9. So 13,600 here 8,000 here 6,000 here 14,700 here nil. Okay, what is the next transaction? Received from Rajan rupees 5,800 in full settlement. Actually, we sold goods to Rajan 6,000, but from the Rajan we are getting only 5,800 as full settlement. So it means 200 rupees you are giving discount. Okay, so received from Rajan. How much you are receiving cash? 5,800. Okay, but actually the debtor you have to pay 6,000 only. Full settlement means you have to settle back full amount, but you are receiving only 5,800. The balance 200 is called what? Discount allowed. That is expenses. That expenses will be deducted from the capital only. How much? 6,000 minus 5,800? 200. Okay. See, minus 6,000 will be deducted from the debtors. But you are actually received only 5,800. 6,000 minus 5,800 is rupees 200 rupees. The 200 rupees is loss, that is expenses will be deducted in the capital. Okay. Now 13,500, 18,900, 13,600, here 8,000, here nil, here 40,500, here also nil, here also nil. Okay, now the last transaction. What is the last transaction? Outstanding wages. Outstanding wages rupees 400. So the last transaction, outstanding wages 400. Okay, outstanding wages 400. How much? So outstanding means you have to give back him. So you are not paid. Wages you are not still paid. So outstanding wages how much? Rupees 400. This 400 you have to pay from the cash only. So any expenses will be going to pay or already paid means the effect will be given in the capital only. So that 400 will be deducted from the capital because this is expenses. No, wages is expenses. Expense I already told you, any expenses, any losses will be deducted from the capital only. So outstanding wages means still you are not paid. So that's what, that is liability. So it will show in that separate column outstanding wages. This amount you have to pay from where? Cash only. No, so that is expenses. So expenses will be deducted from the capital. Okay. So the last net amount is what? 18,900, 13,600, 8,000, nil, 40,100, here nil, here 400. Now you can check the equation. Finally you put the equation. This equation should be followed by assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Okay. Yes. Listen. 18,900 plus 13,600. How much? 32,500. 32,500 plus 8,000, 40,500. In liabilities also same 40,500. So assets is equal to liabilities. See, this is very important sum, very useful sum. Please note it down. So see, actually for October month test we are going to conduct in our school. Definitely you will have the portions from lesson 1, lesson 2 and lesson 3 till accounting equation. Okay. Lesson 1 fully test, lesson 2 fully test. You are for October month test, you are having 3 portions. That is first lesson fully, second lesson fully, third lesson till accounting equation. Okay, till accounting equation. In third lesson, source documents, define bookkeeping and what are the source documents and accounting equation based sums. Okay, till accounting equation based sums you will have the portion for the October month test. Please note it down, very important sum, definitely will come into 5 mark sum. Okay, based on that I will give some homework also. In exercise please come to the exercise, page number 59. I already gave the first sum as homework. Now you have to do the second sum only second sum homework. In the page number 59, second sum based on this type, please do as homework. Okay, thank you. Any doubts in this session, please clarify in our direct section. Okay, thank you.